Hey, welcome back to another on-off topic episode. It's another solo cast, and this time I kind of set up my phone a little bit better. I got bored and I'm very lazy, so I'm just using my phone again. Actually, I forgot I tried to do another episode the other day on my laptop, but I was just like, hold up. Then I had to upload it from my not so good internet connection, and let me tell you, it's just not that good. Yeah, so the videos I make off my phone, I just upload it straight from my phone as well. What is this music? What is this music? So this is the button. This is the. There we go. Yeah, I'm playing music off my iPad. So I have my iPad here because let's just say I can't be. It's not that I can't use my laptop at the moment. It's because my internet shut off. It's a whole ass thing. Anyways, so this is like gonna be another Fire Emblem oriented video. I'm like really bored. I drank coffee, so I'm gonna be up a while. And I was like, okay, screw studying. We're just gonna do a podcast. I just need better equipment, and the reason I haven't been doing more podcasts with my friends is, well, one, it's because there's usually never enough people to do the podcast with, and I try to do it more than just one person. And then I don't know, because recently we got into like mic problems. Apparently it's on my side, and I'm like, are you kidding me? It's great. I love it, man. It's just I just need better equipment, if anything. And honestly, just recording from a MacBook is just not ideal. And honestly, I'm about to go back to my Windows laptop eventually, actually. I just need a keyboard. I have a new Bluetooth keyboard, actually. Thank you to my Secret Santa. So our budget was like $40, and the main thing I really asked for was like a Switch bag. I wanted like a Nintendo Switch bag from a Nintendo Switch. But then again, the issue is that I don't even go out. I don't hang out with my friends anymore because of COVID, the pandemic. So like, there's really no point in me having a Nintendo Switch bag, I guess. But the other stuff I wanted on my wish list was a new Bluetooth keyboard with like a full set of controls. Like the number pad I don't really need. That's kind of just optional. I'm so used to not having a number pad anymore because the types of keyboards I've been using are just straight up like your basic standard island keyboard or mechanical keyboard. Some mechanical keyboards don't have number pads for some reason. The ones I've been using just don't have number pads, which is fine. But he gave me like this universal like Bluetooth keyboard for Secret Santa, and I'm loving it. And I paired it up with my iPad whenever I want to type stuff. And then I also have a new set of headphones. It's not here now. It's not on this. I use it on my PC. And then it's not even my PC. It's my brother's PC. And people are probably like, why don't you do it on your PC? Well, you see, the reason I don't go on my PC is because I'm lazy. This is my room. And my PC, again, my brother's PC actually, is in the living room. And I can't use it on the weekdays because my sister also works from home. And she works in the same room as PC is in. It's a whole ass thing. But anyways, as usual, I'm digressing from the topic. So this is supposed to be a Fire Emblem oriented video because I love Fire Emblem. I can't get enough from it. And I have music playing from my iPad this time. Love it. Hate it. Yeah. Alright, so I only asked one person to send me questions this time. The other question, I still have questions from the last time I was doing podcast, and I swear to God, that person who sent me those questions were trolling. They were trolling. They weren't trolling. I was just asking random questions to talk about, and they just gave me those deep, like, thought-thinking questions, those philosophy questions, and I was just like, you're freaking trolling, my dude. You're trolling. I don't think they're trolling. I think they're serious about those questions. They were just like, well, why not? Or like, well, you asked for questions, so I gave you questions. And I was like, okay, whatever. The lighting in my room isn't very good, and if I do have like this lamp thing. I mean, I can turn it on, but it's the backlight that's pretty bad. Oh, actually, that's pretty good. Actually, that's pretty good. Yeah, I just need to just turn that away. Yeah, I try not to let the light shine directly on me because it looks so bad. So I'm just gonna read off some of the questions that one of my friends sent me about Fire Emblem, because they're just as much as a Fire Emblem fanatic, maybe more than me. Freaking nerd. Okay. Yeah, I didn't really put this on a document, and I'm reading this off of the iPad. I'm not on my laptop. Just because I'm not connected to the internet, and my iPad is on its own cellular data, so pog. Let's see. One of the questions they sent to me was best song from each game. Okay, I'm gonna say this, man. I actually hate these kinds of questions just because I can't. I'm not really good at knowing song titles. I'm really bad at song titles. I'm one of those people if I hear it, I'll know it. My hair is like bugging the hell out of me. If I hear the song, I'll know it. There's very few songs I know by heart because I really like it. One of the songs probably like from Fire Emblem Awakening I really like is ID. Purpose? No, those are one of the songs I really like from Awakening. That's one of my favorite songs. I don't know, it's just bopping. I hope it's the right one, because there's actually there's some iterations of those songs in Awakening. They had like iterations of it, different iterations of it. And then another song I would know by heart is At What Cost in Three Houses. I wouldn't say that's my favorite song. That's like not my favorite song of all times. I could be like basic and say The Edge of Dawn. But I'm not, I'm gonna steer away from like songs that are like, essentially the theme songs of the games. I kind of gear towards like songs that have vocals in it. I don't know why. I just like listening to voices, I guess. Voice cute guy. I'm gonna get this video flag if I start. I try to steer away from like any NSFW topics. I just don't want to get I don't know what it takes to get my video flagged or reported. I'm not gonna try, because when I was younger, I almost got banned from YouTube. I genuinely almost got banned from YouTube, but like when copyright was a huge thing, it's still a huge thing. Copyright is still a huge thing today, but it was certainly pretty bad, just as bad. It's not as bad as it is now, but it was just as bad back then, because on this channel, I used to make music videos, all right? And the songs I used are like not that mainstream, but I've gotten 2 strikes before. So I genuinely almost got like my channel terminated or banned. I forgot what it is. I forgot what it was. But like either or, like I didn't want to make a new channel, and that's why I stopped. That was one of the reasons why I stopped making like music videos. Those AMVs, as we oldies would call it, anime music videos. It's not even anime music videos. I just made like music slideshows. I don't know. I was like super into stringing a bunch of like pictures together and just making like a picture slideshow, and then you have like music playing in the background. I did learn how to do lyric videos. I tried once, and those were one of the videos that got copy. This was one of the videos that got me like copy striked, and I was like, I gotta take it down. It sucked. But back in the old days, though, you want views? That's how you get views. You make lyric videos, and it's still true today. People still make lyric videos today, and that's how you get hella views. Get that clout, that YouTube money. I don't know if they actually profit from those videos. I don't think they do. At least most people don't. I don't know how YouTube revenue works, nor do I care. But I think it's like learning the concept of it is probably like interesting. It's probably like learning about it is the most interesting thing to me. Like a nerd! Anyways. Best song for each game. This is why I try to have like 2 people with me. This is why I like doing podcasts, but like I always go from one topic turns into 10 topics. That's it. And I don't joke about that whenever I make these podcasts. And that's why on my podcast with my friends, I'm like, guys, you guys need to get me on topic. My ADHD is, yeah. Plus I zone out. I kind of zone out time to time, and it's weird. It's not weird. It's not good. That's for sure. It's not good. Best song for each game. It's really there's like the thing about me is I love the Fire Emblem games, but it's also been a hella minute since I played like some of the old games like Path of Radiance, Radiant Dawn, Fire Emblem 6 and 7. Let's not talk about Fire Emblem 6. I don't know. I'm really reluctant to replay Fire Emblem 6. Which is why I don't mind. This is why sometimes I opt for watching walkthroughs from other people. Because I'm lazy. Because I am lazy. But I wouldn't mind playing it myself. I have to find the emulation again for Fire Emblem 6, to be honest. So, it shouldn't be that hard. I have a friend who can hook me up if I really needed it. I do have Fire Emblem 7. I don't need emulation for Path of Radiance because I own the game. I also own the game for Radiant Dawn, so those are usually not the ones I don't need. It's usually just the GBA games I need emulation for. And then I own literally like every Fire Emblem game that came out on the DS and whatnot. Now, if I want to play like the old ass games, I need the emulation for those. But it's okay. It's all good. Yeah. Because I'm really bad at knowing like what are the best songs I think are from each game, I'm just gonna talk a little bit about the recent songs that came out. Now, I honestly, like, the first vocal song I've ever heard from Fire Emblem is from Path of Radiance. Actually, I'm pretty sure that's one of the first games to actually have like a vocalized song. And I believe in the credits of Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, you get to listen to Leanne. I think it's whoever voiced Leanne and I say voiced, but really it's just seen because Path of Radiance is one of the first games to have like voiced cutscenes. And you get to hear Raisin and Leanne sing their Galder of Rebirth, my bad, in the game, and it sounds so nice. It sounds smooth, to be honest, despite how short it is. But in the credit scenes, you get to hear I believe the name of the song is Life Returns in the ending credits, and it's that song bops. And I've heard it backwards too, and it's so neat. It's so neat. But I really liked that song. And then you play Radiant Dawn. And you play Radiant Dawn. One of the ending credit songs is sung by the voice actor of Sephiroth. I want to say original voice actor because like in Fire Emblem Heroes they got a new voice actor, obviously, because it's been so long. I guess I don't know if that same voice actor still voices, but whatever. But in the Radiant Dawn, the original voice actor and an actress for Saffron and Ashunra actually sings one of the Galder song, not the Galder song. I forgot the title of that song, but they sing one of the songs in the ending credits, and it sounds neat. And that's what I love about like the music in Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn. Like those vocal songs was bopping, and I kind of wish we have something like that again, because I wouldn't mind. But I think those songs probably gave like inspiration, especially for the soundtracks when Shadow of Valentia came out. I think it gave like inspiration to the future games, because there's not really much vocal songs in like Awakening, especially when they threw everything together in that game to make it what it is. Like, I will never shut up about Awakening. I don't care what anyone says. Honestly, I want to replay that game. I wouldn't mind replaying that game. Like, I have deleted my own file several times just to replay it again. Well, I have two files. One of the files belongs to my brother, but he doesn't really like it as much as I do. The second file is mine. That's my first file. I think I kept that just for like, it's my first time playing it, but let me tell you, I logged in so many hours in that freaking file, because I do like the post epilogue stuff. I say post epilogue, but really it's like pre-epilogue, It's really pre-epilogue, and they let you play like endgame like the ending chapter as many times as you want. But I use a third file to play as like new things. I really messed up on the S support though the first time I played it, because I wasn't paying attention to Semia's support, mirror support options, and I'm just like, her S support options, and I was just like, I messed up. I messed up really bad, because basically in my first file, I can't get Cynthia. I cannot get Cynthia at all. Never. I can never get her. It's impossible, because I literally married away all of her marriage options. I was not paying attention. I was just like, oh, yikes. That's a big yikes. That's why I had to make a new file, just so I could get Cynthia's support option. I kind of feel bad that Semia is supposed to be the canonical, wife of Crom. I'm just not feeling it, my dudes. I just don't feel it. I've seen their support conversations. Meat pies. It's cute. It's cute, but I'm not feeling it. And literally, if you go to the movie gallery, they give you the title of the cutscene they give you, and the cutscene when Semia saves Crom from being shot at. I forgot it was arrows or lances or something, but either way, she saves him, and it literally says lovebirds. They drill in the fact that Semia is Crom's canon wife, and you watch the opening cutscene of the title cutscene of Awakening. You can see Semia holding a baby Lucina and with Crom, and so they try to drill in the fact that Semia is supposed to be the canon wife. Unfortunately, personally, I just don't feel it. Some people do, some people don't, and I respect their shits. But I digress again. Songs. After Shadow of Valentia, it wasn't really after Shadow of Valentia, because Shadows of Valentia came after Fates. I know Lost and Thoughts All Alone blew the hell up, but I'm not gonna lie, I love the singing. I love the singers, both the original Japanese and then translated version into English. I love both, but for the English part, if you read the lyrics, it's kind of weird. But that's only if you're really into like song interpretation, lyric interpretation and stuff like that. So I guess like most people don't care. They're just like, oh, bopping. It is bopping. Not gonna lie, it slaps hard. But I think the reason why the like English lyrics are probably weird is because they're trying to, because it's probably like a translation thing, because obviously when American singers had to sing the same song with translated lyrics, like it can't be a direct translation because it sounds really weird. And one of the YouTube singers can tell you the same thing. Her name is Amelie, and she makes like April Fool's like music videos, and it's neat. But in one of those, she actually demonstrates what happens if you try to sing the like direct translated lyrics for the same song, and it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So they were trying to figure out like the English lyrics to fit the song and make sure it flows well with the actual music. I'm kind of tired, but I'm not sleepy. It's like almost 1 a.m. Yeah. Honestly, I prefer the Noor version of Lost in Thoughts All Alone in Fates. I think it's just because of like the beat and the rhythm and like the dynamic it holds compared to like the Hoshido version of it from when Azura does her dance. I just like it better. I think I just geared towards like the style of the music. That's why. Yeah. For someone like, is that my favorite song? Is that what I think is the best song from that game? No, it's not. I don't remember Fates that much because I'm not into that game. I just don't vibe with any of those routes, okay? It's personally, I just think it's kind of a bit of a clusterfuck. I think there's just a lot. I think it's good that game has a lot of content to give to players, and I know a lot of people do love the content that is in the game, especially like some DLC that is also part of the game. But I think what the game also suffers from is because there is so much content, it's hard to like vibe with the game in a way. I don't know. Like, that's just me. That's just me. Like, sometimes too much content in something is bad. But if you're a tryhard, you know, there's always like when it comes to gaming, like players love like extra stuff to do, and like they especially most gamers I know are also like completionists, so like they want to get everything, they want to complete everything, and there's nothing wrong with that because sometimes that can be the same way, and it just really depends if you like really resonate with the game. Like there's some games I resonate with hella and been like, I want to complete everything, I want to get everything and stuff like that, I want to get the achievements and all that. So I'm not like hating on anyone who like plays the game like religiously. I'm just not one of those people, because I played Awakening religiously, and I've been trying to get all like the skills and stuff and cap out every unit's stat and stuff. I've done that, and go through every single one of their classes. I've done that. So like I'm not trying to be hypocritical. I'm just saying like the reason why I don't like the game that much, or like why I don't resonate with Fates that much. I think for me personally, there was just a lot of content I just didn't vibe with, or like I feel like there was so much going on, or there was just a lot that didn't really flow well. Personally, I don't think it flowed well with me, because I played Conquest first, and I'm not gonna lie, I was very disappointed. The difficulty, I liked it though. I liked the difficulty they gave me. There was a lot of strategy I had to involve. I think I played like on the second hardest mode. I didn't play easy, obviously. I'm pretty sure it was just straight up normal then. Because if I did straight up hard mode, I think I would have probably died. Because I think I think when I first started, I was like really lazy. Because I was also in the middle of school. Man, I don't even remember when Fates came out. I think I was still in high school when Fates came out. Because I know when Shadows of Valentia came out, I was in college, I believe. That's weird to say. I was in college. I'm a graduate now, so. Yeah. So moving on from that game. Next song. I hate to say it. Like, I love Shadows of Valentia, but I only played that game once. I've always intended to play it again, but it just never happened. I don't think I even finished like the post and stuff because it was really freaking hard. Because the difficulty like hell shoots up when you play like the ending version of it. But I would love to play it again though. I would love to play another file on that again. I have the game somewhere. It's out there somewhere. Yeah. But I do love the soundtracks of those games. And then after that, there's just 3 houses, I believe. And I'm trying. I don't even know. I don't know. I think. What's that one? I think it's like Between Heaven and Earth. That's a really good song. And I want to say Chasing Daybreak is also another good song from 3 Houses. The only reason I know some song titles from like 3 Houses is because, again, I've been playing that game pretty religiously. I've dropped like maybe 700 hours in that game. Yeah. But, I don't want to say there's a best song from that game. At least for me personally. Yeah. Alright, I spent like... Wow, I spent 26 minutes. It's because I just ramble. I just rambled. That's just for one question, so don't test me on some of these questions. Alright, so this is the next question. All these questions are from one person. Does the slowly increasing HP threshold of Ada raid structures help Gen 1 units who have some of the highest base HP stats in the game to be more relevant in the current competitive scene? Alright, this is a Fire Emblem Heroes question. I swear to God, he just asked me this to make me sound like a clown. So I have to read this question again because I do not have good critical thinking skills. I'm just gonna say that now. Does a slowly increasing HP threshold of Ada raid structures subject? Honestly, I want to say, I'm gonna say yes. It does, actually. Because, like, that's just the issue. When it comes to gacha games, when it comes to gacha games in general, you'll always have, like, Gen 1 units, and then if the gacha games is successful and keeps going on for years, of course there's gonna always be like there's gonna be better units than Gen 1 units, and Gen 1 units of any gacha games gets like the worst. Like they always get the worst, especially because they're kind of like trial run units, man, in any gacha games, and you're just like, yikes. And so when you have all these recent units and you compare them to the Gen 1 units, they're like babies. Gen 1, so putting it in terms of Fire Emblem Heroes, like some of the Gen 1 units, they're like babies compared to the recent units that we have now. And the only reason, but the good thing about the system of Fire Emblem Heroes, not that they implemented like skill inheritance and things like that, and dragon flowers and merges, the reason Gen 1 units can still be viable and more relevant into the current competitive scenes is because you're able to give like all these cool new OP skills. I say OP, but some of them are not really OP, but it just depends. You have to make a build out of it, obviously. But anyways, you can give all these neat skills to the Gen 1 units too, so they can still be in the game. I think the only issue they probably would have is probably like stat balances, but that's the reason why we have dragon flowers and merges to help like counteract like the power creeping, speed creeping stats and stuff like that. I don't think speed creeping is a word. I don't know. I heard some people use that word before, but that's probably in other contexts. Power creeping is usually the main term here, but I'm telling you, I heard that term before. I don't know. I mean, from Fire Emblem Heroes, from what I've been seeing is we be getting more faster units, and obviously we be getting more stronger units in terms like attack base, like in terms of attack stats. And sometimes that's not always the case. It's so far it's been a thing with like attack and speed. And then like when we talk about defenses, it just be honestly, I just be like tanks. We've been getting better tanks. So yeah, yeah, honestly, let me repeat the question. Does the slowly increasing HP threshold of Ada Raid structures help Gen 1 units to have some of the highest base HP stats in the game to be more relevant in the current competitive scene? Yes, I'm gonna say yes. But I think the only way, I mean, it helps them become more relevant, but the only way to keep them relevant is it's basically following off skills for them and having a support team that can help the Gen 1 units still be relevant and able to compete with other players, especially in Aether Raids. And if not Aether Raids, then well, like this has to be in the context of Aether Raids, because Aether Raids have all these like unique structures to help with certain stats, help with buffs and debuffs and whatnot. But if I were to take like the same question outside, like if I take out the context of Aether Raids and talk about like other competitive arenas, and I'm not really resonant. I was gonna say resonant battles, but I guess they don't really count. But your stats do get inflated, I think, in resonant battles, if I remember. I'm pretty sure they do. But the thing is with arenas and resonant battles and Allegiant battles, those are based off of like BST and stuff like that. So that's the issue with that context. But what I was talking before still applies though, like to help Gen 1 become like remain viable and keep them in the competitive scene is like that you need skill inheritance and invest in dragon flowers and invest in merges if you have the same units. And usually most people either blow the money off to get those same units and whatnot, especially if they're like 3-star and 4-star. So those are usually the easiest to do. If we're talking about like 5-star, they blow hella money, and that's why you get this whole like pay to win, free to play players here. But at the end of the day, it's all about having fun. I think it's important to remember it's all about having fun. And you need to remember it's just a game. No matter how much money you already blew into the game. Like, I know I blow money all the time on freaking Fire Emblem Heroes and other gacha games. Like Genshin. Aha! But like I said, at the end of the day though, just remember it's just a game. And you're just trying to have fun with your friends, whoever you play with. And you don't have friends, it's just have freaking fun. That's it. Yeah. I don't think I have any other else to talk about. Like, I don't have anything else to add to that question though. I don't know. This question says to be more relevant in the current competitive scene, but like, the overall answer is just a yes. It's just a yes. And if people don't think it doesn't help, but you can't say they don't try though, like, because there's plenty of players and supporters of Fire Emblem Heroes who are like, oh, do more things to keep Gen 1 units viable and stuff like that. But as we keep getting more units, as Fire Emblem Heroes go on, like just recently they're starting to pull out units out of like the rerun, out of the summoning pools now, so they can cycle in the new units. Because I know plenty of players are already complaining about like, oh, I'm tired of getting Gen 1, Gen 2, really just Gen 1, Gen 2 units. And I guess if I'm gonna stem off from like that topic, like do I think Aya should like have a new system of filtering, of like keeping new units into the pool and filtering out the old units, but somehow somehow still make them available, kind of thing. Like the weekly I think personally the solution to that would be is what they've been doing technically, is the weekly revivals and doing the banners that are like, oh, get these units who have these certain skills. Those kinds of banners actually really help to get the old generation units. But I think part of the issue is like when you look at the rates, they talk about like the focus. You get the focus rates, and then you get the non-focus rates. I've seen people talk about this before. Like what they should do is just start doing more like focus rates rather than non-focus rates. But the thing is, I think it's just a business thing. Like the reason they don't do that is so you can spend money to buy more orbs, so you can spend more orbs to get that specific focus units. That's just how it is. And then when they do unique events, that's why they do, we'll increase, focus rates. And it's generally the same like revenue concept, like spend more money to buy more orbs and spend those orbs to get that particular focus units, especially if there's like multiple focus units you want. There's just a lot of units. Like if I remember, I don't remember the exact number, but there's over like 500 units in the catalog now. Yeah, this is I think I played this song before in one of my other podcast videos. I got distracted. Yeah. That's the end of that question now. Alright, this is probably gonna be the last question though. I should have like been more prepared for my video, but it's just I can't be asked to do that. Really? I think that's the end of that video. I'm sorry, I think that's the end of the questions. I should have one more. Pretty sure this person sent me more. Okay, last question. This is the last question. One character from each game you want to get into Heroes. Ooh. Okay, that's actually a pretty good last question. All right, I'm gonna try my best. I don't. Sorry, I found like a strand of hair on my arm. Shadow Dragon is kind of hard to think about. Yeah, I can't. There's not anyone I can think of from Shadow Dragon. At least not at the top of my head. So, I'm probably gonna skip that. Mystery of the Emblem. I never played it, and I don't think I even watched the walkthrough, despite like. I probably have, but it's bits and pieces. Gaiden. I'm trying my hardest to think. I'm trying my hardest to think right now who we're waiting on. Sonya, Celica team, May, Bowie's in there. There's a good chunk of character. Frick. I don't know why I was gonna say. I was legit about to be like Callahan, and I was like, wait, who the hell's Callahan? Oh god. I guess it's like I say Gaiden, but this can also apply to Shadow of Valentia, because Shadow of Valentia and Gaiden are literally they're like Shadow of Valentia is literally the remake of Gaiden. I'm trying my hardest to remember that one character's name. But I will say this, I wouldn't mind another alt of Berkut. I just think I wouldn't mind that. And I also wouldn't mind, I also wouldn't mind getting like a base unit of Rudolph. Because we got him in as a Valentine's character. As a Valentine alt, and I was like, oh, that's super neat. And then we have like Soiree, Renea, and there's just I was gonna say Ferdinand for the guy. I was like, that's not his name. I know it's not Ferdinand, because when I say Ferdinand, I think of Three Houses. No, it's. Here's the problem with his name. It's Fernand. That's his name. That's his stupid ass name. No, but like I guess a character I really want in Heroes is definitely Fernand. Cause he's a very interesting character, and if I remember correctly, you don't even get him as a unit. You don't even get to play him in the original game or in here. I mean, you get to see, I heard you can get him as a DLC. I don't think I tried. Yet. I'm pretty sure I got the DLC for, Shadows of Valentia, but I haven't tried anything yet. I don't think I tried it yet, because like I said, I didn't play past after I beat the game. I think another unit people would like to see is also not Jada. Jada? I forgot. I forgot to say his name. Dean is also another character from Gaiden / Shadow of Valentia that people want to see in Heroes. How popular the fan base is, I don't know, so please don't ask me that. Yeah, so there's Gaiden. That's Gaiden / Shadow of Valentia. Genealogy. We already have Julius. I was gonna say Julius for some reason. I never played Thracia. I don't know how to say it. I don't know anything much from that game, so I'm gonna skip that game. And I can't think of anyone at the top of my head for, well, probably Tania. Is that her name? Or not T. I think it's just Tyne. That's her name, I think. Yeah, Tyne is the girl with like the pigtails, basically. She kind of looks like Talitu. That's not how you say her name, is it? That's Tailtu? I don't know. I can't say any of these names in genealogy. But I wouldn't mind seeing Tyne though. I think it'd be neat to see Tyne in Heroes. That'd be really cool. Alright. But as for anyone else, I don't know. So that's genealogy. I think Thracia is considered as like the fifth one. As like the fifth iteration, like the fifth game of the series. It is, so I'm gonna skip that. I'm on the wiki. Binding Blade, which is 6. I remember this time. And plus I'm on the wiki, so that helps. Anyone from 6 that we haven't gotten already? That's the better question. Honestly, I don't know. I'm not sure who else, but I would probably be like, dude, let's get old man. Like, I mean old man. Hector. Like, have you seen old man Hector in Binding Blade? I remember he had a whole ass beard, and I wouldn't mind seeing old ass Elliot either. I wouldn't mind that as an alt. I think that'd be really cool. It's funny. Anyone else? I wouldn't mind. We recently got Dick. I forgot his name. Oh, you know who we need? We need Volt, and I mean like a base. We need a base, like a base unit of Volt. Like, I would love to see Volt. I wouldn't mind another like green and red. The green and red units of Binding Blade. What are their names? Lance and Alan. I think that was her name. We got plenty of characters. I think we have plenty of characters from Binding Blade. Percival's in it. Melody's in here. Carell. I think we have Carell. Do we have Carell? Yeah, we do. If we don't, then I'd be surprised. We have Sophia, and that's all yeah, there isn't really like anyone else I can think of like for Binding Blade. For Blazing Blade? Oh my god, okay, I actually have a couple. Like freaking Athos, right? The old man. Like, I would love to see Athos, and we usually get the villains as like freaking Grand Hero battles. So like, if they do Athos, I would love that, man. I would love that. And then as for like a Grand Hero battle, I would love to have Nurgle as the free unit. I don't know why they have. I feel like there's a trend here, because like I'm pretty sure most of the Grand Hero like villains we get, they're like red units. It's like, what is this trend we have in here? I feel like that's unintentional. I feel like that is unintentional, but here we are. But I would love freaking Athos and Nurgle in the game. Imagine having like a young alt, like having an alt of Nurgle, but as like a younger version. And I'm like, I think that'd be cool. It'd be kind of funny, to be honest. But is there anyone else that can we have Sarah, but you know what I think is kind of interesting? We haven't had Urk yet. Sarah and Urk are the two people, are one of the first earlier units in the game. I kind of like their dynamic. I actually hella ship Sarah and Urk. They just had that neat dynamic. But one of my favorite archers in the game was Will. Will was fucking badass. I thought he was badass, but I know a lot of people prefer Rebecca over Will in the game, because I think I don't even remember if like Rebecca had better stats than Will. I don't think it was about having better stats. I think it was just like certain stats that people capitalize over with Rebecca over Will. And there was something else. It's been a minute. I would love to have Slain and Kent into the freaking game. I'm surprised they're not in this game yet either. I thought Slain and Kent were very popular from Blazing Blade, but I guess not, because we have Sully installed, and we have Cain and Abel, and I was just like, as far as I can kind of remember and at the top of my head and see, those are like literally our red and green units we have. And I'm just like, okay, where's Alan and Lance? Where's our Slain and Kent, man? Like, why are they not in here? Dude, I wouldn't even mind if they have a neat like voting gauntlet idea. It'd be really cool if they did a voting gauntlet over the red and green units, because it's like Cain and Abel, Sully and Stahl, Slain and Kent, and I just think it's super cool. It'd be super neat. That's just me. Guy, I remember Guy, one of the sword units you can get in Blazing Blade. He's like a really good, he's one of the best like sword units. He becomes a really cool like sword master. He's a really good sword master. I feel like we need an alt of Priscilla. I just remember that. I remember having a support between Priscilla and Guy. It was super cute, but I don't remember that much about it. We need a base alt of Louise and Tent. That's all I asked for. But if I had to talk about like number one, like if I'm talking about like the number, but I think the question was like one character unit. So like if I had to ask for one character unit, it has to be Athos. I don't know, man. I just old man, freaking Gandalf. He's the Gandalf of the game. Athos is the Gandalf of the game. Like, why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I want him in the game, man? Alright, Sacred Stones, I don't remember too much of Sacred Stones, to be honest. So I'm just gonna go ahead and look at the list. I like Sacred Stones, but I wasn't like, man, I wasn't that deep into it, guys. I didn't resonate with the game that hard, alright? I thought it was neat. I like the game though. I think it's underrated as all hell though. But I feel like there was just a bunch of units that were like a little bit underrated. I don't know. Something. I lost it. But I don't think there's anyone like that comes at the top of my mind that I would really super want. But if I had to choose someone, it'd probably Nemi or Vanessa. I would pick either Nemi or Vanessa as one of the characters to get into Heroes. But that's about it. Alright, next is Path of Radiance. Ooh, this one's... Who haven't we got so far in Path of Radiance? I feel like Path of Radiance, you know what, none of these games get a lot of love, to be honest. That's the truth. I'm gonna mix like Path of Radiance with Radiant Dawn because they're in the same like world. We need a Roth. We need a Roth. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. You know what? I actually know. The one unit from either of these games, it'd be Volk. We need my man's Volk. This guy has no chill, which is fair because Volk is an assassin, alright? I used to hate him in Path of Radiance because I thought he was useless. And then he gets this cool, like, promotion in Path of Radiance. And I was like, oh, damn. And then he's straight up badass in Radiant Dawn. Yo, I need my man's Volk. And I would definitely just want him as a colorless dagger unit. Because I can't imagine being him like a colored dagger unit. If they make him into a colored unit, that'd be weird. Like straight up weird. That's just my opinion. Yeah. But like number one character that I want in units that I want in Heroes for sure is Volk. For sure. It doesn't matter, it can either be Path of Radiance or Radiant Dawn. I prefer like Radiant Dawn. Like it doesn't really matter as long as he's like, I prefer like the assassin one. Shadow Dragon, the remake, and then we got Mystery of the Emblem, and then after that we got Awakening. We did get a lot. We have a lot of Awakening characters that ended up being like a 3-star / 4-star kind of thing. We just got Sayuri recently. I was gonna say her, but we just got her. But it'd be neat to have Yanfei in there. I would like to see Yanfei in the future for sure. You know, because the brother and sister dynamic. What the hell is this? Oh, this is this is the wrong one. I'm trying to think of like Awakening, because Awakening is kind of hard to think, because like I said, we got a huge chunk of the characters kind of got in as like a 4-star, 3-star kind of thing. I know some people want Muriel, like the mage. Muriel's one of the mages in Awakening. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really like Muriel. I think it's just because she has a very one directional like character personality. That's about it. I can't really think of I think we basically have almost all the children except Laurent, and I guess technically Severa. But people like to argue like, oh, we already have Severa, and I was like, okay, well, that's Selena from Fates, and here's the thing why this doesn't count. I'm not gonna count that, because like they did Odin, and then we have Owain, and it's like, okay. And then with Inigo, it's the same thing. Even though Inigo came in as a dancer, even though that's just an alt, they did that. They put in both Inigo and Laszlo, so like they have to do one for Severa. I don't know why they haven't done it yet. That's my question. But you know what? That's the thing. I'm not gonna question IS. You know, they can do whatever they want. So yeah, we do. So like, Awakening is really hard because we literally have majority of the characters in Heroes. If I have to pick someone, it'd probably be Muriel, to be honest. No, actually Severa, because I'm just like, oh, we need Severa. She needs to be in here. She needs to get in this game already. We already had technically Inigo and Laszlo, and we already have freaking Owain and Odin. And you'd be surprised about the fan base Odin/Owen has. Like, I'm not even kidding. I don't know. I like him. Even if he's just like, you know, a child character. Fates, my nightmare, to be honest. I'm in the background. That's okay. It's honestly my nightmare. What the hell is this? You know, I can't, like I said, I don't remember Jack. Actually, I went Orochi. Just, would I say as that my number one character that I want in Heroes? Actually, yeah, I think I really liked Orochi. I thought she was very interesting. I like her background that they had. I thought she was very interesting. But I would love to see Orochi in the game. We also got a good chunk of like Fates characters into the game, so there's really not much for me to say. So that's really the only person I can think of that I would want in Heroes at this point. And then finally we just have 3 houses after that, and who do I, but like if I had to pick like one character I really want it, that's really hard. I'm trying not to count CYL because I saw Marianne in 3rd place in the female route, but I think based off of the votes that we have in CYL, Marianne will eventually come in to the game. Honestly, I'm pretty sure all the students in 3 houses will eventually come into the game. Someone I really want, though, is, I think, Ash. I think I really want Ash into the game at this point. It's between Ash and Dedue, I guess. But if I had to pick, though, like, if I had to pick one person, it has to be Ash. I want Ash to be in the game at this point. In terms of build, like, but if I'm not gonna bring in like the you know, the heroes unit, then I'm just gonna, and if I had to pick like a villain unit, Thalas or Sol. Actually, I don't care that much about Solon, but I would want to see Thalas in the game as well, and I feel like he would be like a grand hero battle unit. Yeah, that's all. That's it. Yeah. But Ash is my boy. Ash is my boy. Yeah. Well, I hit the hour mark in this video. I think I need to cut this off. But thanks for you made it this far. Thanks for watching. I haven't even been looking at the camera. That's just not really a habit I have. I just don't feel like looking at the camera all the time. Or I'm positioned in a way where I'm not like facing the camera and I'm looking at something else, and because I zone out all the time. Anyways, so you made it this far and you like listening to me ramble, even though I wasn't on topic for like literally 100% of the time. Thanks. And I'll see you next time on the next episode. I might try to make it with my friends if we're all, you know, in tune. You know, we're all free and I can figure out how to get the Discord thing going on or something. I don't even know. Well, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out when it gets to it. Maybe I'll do it on my other laptop. Alright, peace.